Hey everyone, welcome back to the All About the Tea channel. I'm Monica, your host, along with my fabulous co-host, the beautiful Monique Kelly, the man that gets the party started, DJ Richie Sky, and the hilarious Amir Yes. Today we're recapping the Real Housewives of Potomac, and we got a lot to talk about. Let's get into some things. So the episode picks up at Candiace's. Candiace apologized to Ashley dinner. Candiace claims she's being browbeaten into an apology, and she doesn't want to engage. She even tells Robin to F off. That's how.
Sorry.
And then, Robin had to remind her, "You're crazy and you throw knives." So, and at that point, Gizelle interjects and she brings up Charisse. Let's get into it.
Who was? I mean,
exactly.
Where do we start? Right? It's just so.
That is so messy. I mean, she can't help herself. And just going back to the knife dinner, remember that happened when Gizelle convinced Ashley to come back in the house. And Ashley was talking about that smack. And then this whole dinner, I'm just like, Gizelle can't help herself, the pastor's wife.
Honestly,
she needs Jesus.
I keep saying it like I feel like Gizelle is the mastermind behind the demise of Monique and Candiace's friendship. I mean, and that's just as a viewer, that's just what it feels like to me. Because she keeps doing these little things. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like we can clearly see what's happening.
Yes.
That's
absolutely. I totally agree with you. And, however interesting this show is, and I do love Potomac, I'm loving what's happening off camera as well right now with all the social media, this and that. So it's hard to kind of root for Candiace, even, when she does it does feel like they were ganging up against her at that dinner. She just doesn't know the right things to say. Like, even if she is hurt, she'll just go below the belt. She's like, your child's ugly. And you're like, ooh. Like, girl, like there's no line for her, right? Mm-hmm. Like, and that's a problem for me. I'm like, you got to have a line. There has to be something that we know from the previews that she's going to come for Ashley and her husband and make the whole boyfriend joke again. So she will go anywhere. She'll go anywhere. Yeah.
Yeah.
Problem.
She will. And, people say, we're all ganging up on our the group's ganging up on Candiace, but it's they just want her to take accountability. Just own something and say, maybe I was wrong. I apologize. Let's move on. But it seems like it's so difficult for her to take any accountability or any responsibility for her actions.
But
I totally agree. And I also think that and I said it earlier today in the video, I said, public disrespect requires a public apology. So, and I feel like that's what the ladies are trying to get her to recognize. And she's had ample, if you watch this episode, she had time after time after time after time after time to apologize to this girl. And not one time could she force herself to say it, even when they were by themselves. So I'm like, what is the problem? I'm really like, I'm trying, and I try my hardest to not come down so hard on her because I know what's happening already outside of the show. But she makes it hard sometimes when we're watching the show because she just won't own it.
She will not own it. She is not taking a note from Lisa Rinna. She is not owning it. And I think I agree with you, Richie. She is like just the opposite of owning it. And I think a lot of it comes, honestly, when I try to think about the psychology behind her behavior, I think a lot of it is that she can't stand up to her mom. So she decides to stand up to everyone else in her life. And I mean, even the way she treats her husband,
Yeah. She's so used to not being in a hot seat. That's how she grew up. If something would happen, mommy would swoop in and pick up the pieces and take her side and make it all good again. She is just not conditioned to apologize or be wrong for anything. And here she is now, 33 years old, and just a problem in society. It's just, I don't know how to describe it.
You know, I have to tell you, The funniest part about that dinner, I love when new cast members come on and act like they didn't watch the show beforehand. So Wendy's like, well, do you both owe each other an apology? Like she didn't watch it last season. Her facial expressions had me cracking up. I'm still on the fence about her. I'm not sure if I'm feeling her or not, but she was so funny because she was really trying to get in there and be important.
Exactly. Yeah. She's trying to add her 2 cents and get a little camera time in however she can. And my thing is, you have all these degrees. You're on CNN, Fox News. Where is how is she objective? Everything, all her subliminals are obviously Team Candiace.
Obviously.
Yeah, at all.
Right.
So at this dinner, Monique tells Candiace that she's mad. You didn't give me a heads up. You did not tell me Charisse was coming, and you had ample time to do it. Do you agree?
Yeah.
Really? I don't know. I feel like it's her event. Like, I think it's just so childish. Like, I have friends like this that don't like certain people, and they're like, you have to let me know. And I'm like, I'm having a dinner party. If you're not an adult enough to show up and be around people, then you shouldn't come. Like, I just think that, like, a lot of housewives are like, you didn't give me a heads up. And it's like, I mean, in real life, like, let's be adults. I don't know. I feel like it's so childish, but maybe she did deserve a heads up. I don't know. I'm
going to tell you this. If you invite me somewhere, the first thing I'm asking is who all gonna be there.
Thank you, Richie. That's me. I'm like, who gonna be? Especially if I know I'm not liking everybody. And as my girl, you need to listen. I know you don't like the heifer, but I invited her. I just want to give you a heads up. Now, you're not gonna tell me who I can and can't invite to my party.
Exactly. I don't even think it's like that. I'm not saying you got to run the guest list by me, but just let me know who's gonna be there so I know how to govern myself.
Exactly. Sure. Okay. Exactly. I respect that, guys. I was more kind of what I was trying to say, which I didn't say correctly, was I wouldn't want to run my guest list by you. Like, yeah, I should let you know. Because listen, I'm a Gemini. When I don't like people, I don't like people. So I know how it is.
There's 2 of you, Amir. There's 2 of you.
Yes, honey.
And you have a valid point. I agree with you to an extent. But the thing is, Candiace knows these 2 hate each other. Candiace knows Monique wants nothing to do with Charisse based on these nasty rumors Charisse is running around spreading. I mean, in light of that, you could have said, look, just giving you a heads up, girl. Charisse is going to be there. If you want to come, if you don't want to come, I understand. I get it. Just out of, consideration. But Candiace was being messy. That's my take on it.
Totally. She's so messy. And I didn't realize she was 33. I thought she was 28 or 27 or something. She just governs herself in such a, I don't know, someone that's in their late 20s. I mean, and even I think a lot of it's financial, because I think when you're not financially independent, you become kind of like a child if you're still attached to your parents. I think that's part of it with her.
Yeah. Right. Can I just say something about the dinner real quick and Ashley? Because I want to like Ashley, but Ashley's hands are not clean. She's been messy all throughout the seasons. Now it seems like motherhood has calmed her down, but I don't want her to come off like she's an angel now because she had this adorable baby.
No, she's not. She even said it. She said, the messy spirit in me is relaxed a little bit, but it's itching to come out. Remember she said that?
She did say that, and it came out when she was breastfeeding, honey. I've never seen anyone be that shady while feeding their baby.
I know. Just like it's bad.
That baby was hanging on for dear life, and she was just like, well, Candiace, everyone was talking about you behind your back. I'm like,
she pulled out the knives with precision. She started cutting with precision, right? She didn't miss a beat. It was like,
it was amazing. Yeah, Jean Wellsome, one of my good friends, say Candiace is the shit starter of this group. Yes, she is.
Yes, she is.
Is she being puppeteered by Miss Gizelle, or is this just a natural inclination with Candiace?
Well, I think it's just it's natural. It has to be in you. But I mean, her and Gizelle had kind of fell out, right?
Okay.
I think
it's Karen. I think it's Karen. Karen's too relaxed. I don't trust a Karen who is relaxed and minding her own business in a Fendi sweater dress. I just don't trust her. I don't trust Karen Hooger. So I don't know. And I just
don't nobody talk about the grand dame. Okay?
No, right? I'm with Karen though. It's like, just give me my sea bass to go and my mashed potatoes and let me go. Let me go.
Oh God! I mean, and Karen's come a far way from last season when they made fun of her Instagram lives, and now Rihanna's joining them. So I don't know. I mean, she's fully living her life. So I don't know.
Yep.
Oh yeah, she's official now. Yep.
Yes, she is.
That was a huge moment. Okay, so we have this. So next, so Candiace, so the dinner's over. Karen polices everything, and Candiace walks outside. Monique follows her, and there's this hot mic moment. I have screenshots. Should I pull them up?
Please produce the receipts, Monica. Monica, you came with receipts today.
Okay, so y'all know I don't know how to use this thing, right? So okay, so
we saw it for a second. You're doing
good.
Go. Okay.
Here we go. Okay, so Monique says, "I knew you were going to be mad at me." Okay, wait, maybe that's not okay. This is the wrong one. Candiace goes, "No, you did not," with an attitude. Candiace says, "No, we are not friends."
Ooh.
Candiace, you could have come to me at the party and be like. Monique says, "No, we're going to talk about this off camera." Candiace says, "No, don't talk to me." Oh. Monique goes, "No. She's laughing. Candiace says, "Back the F up."
Oh, shit.
Get off of me. I probably have these out of order, but y'all get the point.
You get
it. Candiace goes, "B, why did you invite this?" I guess Candiace was saying, "Why couldn't you have come to me and say, B, why didn't you invite this hoe?" She's calling Charisse a hoe, basically. So she's insulting Charisse, on the hot mic. What are your thoughts?
I didn't really get the objective of this leaked audio. To me, when we see leaked audio, it is to really tell us something that furthers the storyline or something that we needed to really know. This, to me, I was just confused by. Like, what were we supposed to think after we saw this?
Right. Same.
Something, because production's shady.
Right.
So we probably have to go back, Richie. We probably have to go back, rewind on slow-mo, probably get some more screenshots, listen to it, 10 times and dissect everything, because there's a message there and it's going to lead up to something further down in the season. They don't just do things just to do things.
Oh, I know.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But don't you feel like Bravo always messes up with the audio? Because even last year with the whole entire incident with Michael and the butt grab, they didn't really get the full audio. So they still left you not knowing exactly what really happened. They're famous for messing opportunities.
Mm-hmm,
oh yeah, that's true.
Especially I feel like this editor this season, I don't know what y'all think, but it feels like a little bit like an after school special on Oxygen with like the black and white and then being like dun dun dun. It's like kind of like they're trying a little hard. I'm like, nobody's been murdered. Like, it's chill. Yeah, it's a little extreme for me.
That is so true. That is so true.
It's funny, it's true, but I'm kind of here for it. I mean, I feel like I'm watching something else. Like,
right? Like the whole Wendy story. It was like she was rehearsing with her daughter, and then it was like dun dun dun. 6 hours later, and then she's on Fox News. I was like, what the hell is going on?
I gotta shout out. We got a super chat. Thank you so much, Valer. Thank you.
Hello, super chat.
Turn up.
Thank you. So, if we're moving along in the episode, Ashley and Michael are shopping for baby Dean, and they're discussing not being able to, have sex because Ashley is still healing. Apparently, she got ripped.
I mean, I haven't pushed out a baby, but isn't it usually 6 weeks?
Yeah, but she said that her tutor got ripped.
Ow.
Ooh.
Yeah.
They were talking about freezing the asshole. I was like, I don't know what's going on. This conversation's got to stop.
That was Michael Darby language.
I was like, I can't believe I have an MBA and I'm here talking about freezing assholes. I was like, here we are. That's my life. It's fine.
Oh my God. Yeah, Michael wants to rip it further. And Ashley's like, let me heal, please.
And then he cried. I was like, why the man crying?
Yeah.
Why the man crying? I can't. I was like, what is happening?
And you know, they're just showing that. So when Michael cheats, he has an excuse. It's all leading up to something, you know, like your asshole was ripped. So I needed to go find another one. You know,
yeah.
You know how these people are.
Monica, I got to go find another one. Another one. It's like a DJ Khaled song. Another one.
Didn't it seem like he was wanting her to end the scene?
Mm-hmm. Well, it kind of was. Yeah.
He was like, come on, we're almost done. Hurry this up. I was like, wait.
You're not cold to her, too. Well, first of all, that baby is adorable. That baby.
Hey, I'm shocked. I thought that baby was going to come out looking all kinds of mess. But
he's like, but I feel bad because at one point she's like, I'm getting my groove back. And he totally ignored it. I was just like, oh. Poor baby.
Yeah, I know. I was like, I felt bad for her. And I felt like she was talking and he was like, let's get it. And he was like, what an affordable deal. Let's get, okay, great. It's $117. Wrap it up. I was like, damn, you need to chill. I'm like,
over this
Bravo's
show.
paying for your trips and the dinners. Like, you better be respectful. Like,
yeah, he's over this show. He is like, look, y'all made me out to be a butt grabber last season. I'm just doing this as part of our agreement. Let's just get it over with, you know, because him and Ashley got something going on. There's a contract there. There's something.
She knows what's up with her husband. You know, my thing is that that's what, if you like it, I love it. If that's what you do, that's what you do. But if you don't want people to find out, don't go on a Bravo reality show and get an attitude when it's creeping out the closet.
Yep, absolutely. It is going to come out of all of it's going to come to light. And it is. And that's the unfortunate thing about doing a reality. Egypt Nile is shadier than we are. He was trying to hurry up to his side piece in all caps. Okay, Egypt. Jesus Christ.
Okay, y'all, I have to shout out Jean Wellsome. Thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you. She says, I'm loving this. I adore Amir. This has made my day.
Oh, Jean. Love you.
Amir, you're so lovable.
He is.
Oh, thank you, Monique. You too. Oh my God, you're so nice. Most of the internet hates me right now, but thank you for all the love.
Well, we love you. Just love hair.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah. You too, Richie. Richie. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Getting jealous.
Don't feel jealous. Your time will come. Your time will come.
You love too, baby. Okay, so Robin pays Gizelle a visit at the cabin in the woods.
Oh, you're so shady.
Oh God, I can't with that house.
Oh,
I'm about to close my MacBook like Nene. I'm telling you.
Bye.
So they discussed Giselle's and Pastor Holy Whore rekindled relationship.
Oh, no. I'm dying.
Oh, Monica, I'm like, Jesus. I need the Eucharist right now. My God. Oh.
I need tissues.
You know, I find it strange. Don't y'all find it strange? Her 3 daughters don't want mommy and daddy back together. What child? Who do you know? What child wouldn't want their parents back together?
I know some.
I mean,
if your parents are fighting and your dad cheated on your mom and is sitting there, Grace looked like she was throwing daggers. I respect that. She wasn't being phony.
Yeah.
I love Grace.
I was here for Grace.
I was too.
Mm-hmm. She was like, Nicki Minaj tickets? A restaurant? What do I want with a restaurant? Where are the Nicki Minaj tickets?
I love that.
Oh, wait a minute. The funniest part of that scene was Robin low-key throwing shade at Gizelle for taking Jamal back. Now, let me be very clear. Juan is fine as hell, so I am not mad at Robin at all. He's fine. But she was like kind of throwing shade. I'm kind of like, you kind of did the same thing a little bit. But Jamal Bryant, from what I heard, word on the street was he was off the train.
Oh, gosh. Well, that's why they ran him out of the church in Baltimore. he was sleeping with the whole congregation. Y'all know that.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Holy water is not going to fix what you're spreading, honey. Holy water is not going to fix what you're spreading. I cannot.
I got to go to confession after this. I have to. Yeah, the men and the women in the congregation is what they said. Word on the street.
Oh no! Oh no! Well, you know, he's doing God's work, though, honey. He's doing God's work. That's anointing
the assholes. Absolutely. Absolutely.
I'm done. Bye. I'm out. Oh my God, this is giving me life. I mean, let's be honest. There was a big elephant on that boat between them. Like, I think at one point Gizelle was like, looked like she was going to cry. Like, she was really upset, but she was trying to pretend to be okay. It was a bummer for me.
We got another super chat.
Woo!
Mary Cleary. Thank you so much. She says, loving this channel. Shout out to DJ Richie Sky.
Hey, Mary.
He gets the party started.
Let me just say this, because, you know, as a dating expert, separate apart from Gizelle and her messiness on the show, I do feel for her because she wants love so bad. You know, you had that full Sherman. Now, you know, it's been so difficult for her that she's going back to Jamal, and she is a beautiful woman. So I do feel bad for her, and I hope her dating journey, she doesn't settle for some foolery. I just hope not.
Monique, we need to set up a private consultation between you and her. I need to find her a man.
I want to help my girl out because I think when she finds the right man, it's going to change her entire demeanor. But in order to find the right man, she needs to change her demeanor first so she attracts the right man. Just a side note.
Amen. Ooh. Amen.
Ooh,
you are what you attract. You know.
We got another super chat. Says, I adore Monica, Monique, and Richie too. Amir is my love. She loves you.
Oh, Jean. We love Jean. I appreciate that.
Thank you, Jean. We love you too.
I love that. Oh my God, that's amazing. I wanted to quickly say about their relationship. Don't you think that if Gizelle is thinking, I'm doing this for my daughters, and they're giving her a very clear response of like, we're not into this, I feel like she's being a bit selfish. Am I being too hard on her?
No.
Either. They made some rather astute observations about their relationship. And it was also telling to me that she wouldn't even let him come spend the night at the house.
Mm. That was strange, wasn't it?
That was very strange.
Yeah.
He traveled all that way and got to go to the hotel.
Red flag, huh? This relationship
interesting point.
Is not that real, huh? I mean, he is the kid's daddy. It's not like he's a stranger.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I didn't feel that fire between them. I didn't feel it. I felt like he was kind of like, there was like when they went to the bathroom, it was like, what are we going to talk about? It's like, what?
Yeah.
It was just kind of awkward. It really was. So over at Wendy's house, we're moving over to Wendy's house. She's chilling with her husband and the kids at home. Wendy's family, she has a beautiful family.
Oh my God, they're gorgeous.
They are just very, very beautiful family. And, you know, she's Nigerian and she educates us on her culture. She says education is big in her culture. And she gives us a rundown of all her credentials and all of her degrees and stuff. And then she calls it slight work. Now, if I'm sending my child to Johns Hopkins and paying $100,000 a year,
that part,
and you're using words like slight work on TV, no, ma'am. No, ma'am.
I didn't know what that meant. What does that mean? Can someone break that down for me? What does that mean? I didn't get that. Slight
like
work.
I do this, you know, I got this. Like I got 50 million degrees and I can have 50 million more in a drop of a hat. It's nothing to me. But I mean, you can go online and get a PhD. It's not like you're a medical doctor. Let's keep it real.
Amen. Amen. And her degrees were like, you know, Star Wars, where they all go, they put all the words. It's like all of her degrees were just going into the universe. I was like, what is happening? I was like, what are all these degrees, girl? She's like, I'm an esthetician and a doctor and a lawyer and a businessman and an engineer and a car mechanic. I was like, girl, what? You're doing it all? All right.
Oh gosh.
Analogy.
Ooh, guys, I gotta say this. We got another super chat. Valir, thank you so much. Thank you for the $20.
They're
I
loving
love
us.
this channel. Shout out to DJ Richie. I'm Team Monique. Ooh, she's Team Monique. Team Monique.
I think
Both Moniques. Both Moniques.
Both Moniques. That Monique and the Monique Samuels.
Yes.
Exactly.
Me too, honey.
Yeah.
Me too.
What are your thoughts on Miss Wendy and her degrees and her family?
Beautiful
Is
family.
she done yet? Is she off the show yet? I'm bored. Sorry, Wendy.
I'm gonna say beautiful family, right? I'm kind of obsessed
Yes.
with her mom for some reason.
I know why, but we'll touch on that later.
The slight work comment was kind of braggadocious. It was kind of like we didn't really need that part. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That was unnecessary. But otherwise, beautiful
great
family.
word.
Monique, what are your thoughts?
You know, I have a serious issue with someone that has to run down all their credentials. Like, girl, have several seats. You're in DC. Everybody has degrees, okay? So it's just like, girl, please sit down. And I'm still trying to figure out what is your storyline. But that family, though, that chocolate, beautiful family, I could watch them all day.
Yeah.
Same. I love the family. And I love the daughter that was kind of giving notes to the speech. She was like, it ain't good. Like, you could see the little baby being like, you need to work on that line. And I was here for it. She was like, shady baby. She's coming after shady baby. So I was here for her. But what kind of set me off with Wendy's whole thing is that she's just not getting in there enough and kind of getting involved enough. And let's be honest, like Monique said, there's a lot of smart people. DC is ugly, smart Hollywood. So it's
yeah. Oh my God, I'm here. Like I'm dead.
No.
Dead.
You know it's true. You know it's true. Everyone knows each other in DC. Yes, it's true.
Everybody's educated. Like if you don't have a doctorate from Harvard.
Exactly, Richie. You left. You left.
I'm moving back.
You left.
I lived in Alexandria, Virginia.
Okay.
I went to school at Hampton University. So, we still fly.
No.
HU.
This is only, listen, I've never lived in DC. This is all I've heard.
You'll see a lot of attractive, smart Black people. Trust.
I know, but but they're a dime a dozen. Like I said, if you don't have a doctorate from Harvard, Oxford, please have a seat. You can't come to the table. You can't sit with us, Miss Wendy. My thoughts on Miss Wendy is, in the words of Karen Huger, I'm not impressed.
Oh no! I want to say that on every date. I want to just have a voice recording and just click and be like, I'm not impressed. Next.
I'm not impressed.
Oh God.
So next we have Candiace and Chris shopping for their bonus daughter. Chris has 3 kids, 2 by one woman, another child by another woman. And they're talking about Ashley's dinner. They're, recapping everything. Thoughts?
I feel like at this point, minus what we now know, she was trying to be the bigger person. At least she was getting a gift. And, I felt like she was trying to be a bigger person. This is before we know what was going on behind the scenes. So I could appreciate that. But man, he has some strong sperm.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Coming out of that brown dick. Oh God.
He's not shooting blanks, that's for sure.
Not shooting blanks. So whenever she's ready, she'll be impregnated immediately.
Ooh, I cringe at the thought. Please, Monique, don't say that. Let's say that Candiace has a long ways to go before she can start thinking about kids.
Absolutely. We have a comment here saying, are you guys colorist perhaps? Absolutely not. I love Wendy. Absolutely
Colorist?
not.
How?
Colorist, because of the hate we were throwing Wendy and her family being this beautiful dark chocolate. No, absolutely. You misunderstood because and when I was saying that comment, I've never lived in DC and I was not speaking about anything other than what I've heard. And this is people that worked on the Capitol Hill. They say it's networky like Hollywood. This has nothing to do with race. Absolutely not.
No.
My joke was not racially charged at all.
No, I mean, we're absolutely not colorists because Wendy is chocolate.
Okay, good.
We're talking about
Wendy's beautiful.
Yeah, we said that. Her whole family is just gorgeous.
Yeah.
We sure did.
I was just bored about her degrees, not her skin color. I think she's stunning. I think she's stunning. Her children are stunning. I just want to be in that house and I want to be adopted. But the degrees, I don't need to list it. You don't need to list it. Like,
it was a bit much. It was a bit much.
Exactly.
So next, Karen visits Monique at her fabulous mansion in Potomac. And Karen is like, you and that bird. When Monique opens the door, it's Karen versus T'Challa.
This is the most important view. Okay? The most important view.
Absolutely. That bird is shady. She won't eat the grapes. Like, yeah, not feeling it. The bird's not feeling it.
She's going to be full-time next season. That's what the word on the curb.
Oh, dear.
They recap Ashley's dinner too, but they don't go into depth. Next, we have Wendy, Miss Wendy, giving commentary on Fox News about Trump and LeBron. Gizelle, Jamal, and the kids take a ride on the water taxi for an awkward dinner.
That dinner was. There is something that, to your point, one of y'all said this, both of y'all. There's something that is not being said here. There is something not being said. Something's not right.
Yeah.
Something feels off. Like either they thought they would yell at each other a lot or possibly, I hope not, there was some kind of like maybe domestic issue because the kids seemed kind of rattled. And I think the twins were finally got on Gizelle's side because they kind of felt bad for their mom. But I think Grace was like,
Grace is not here for it. Grace is not here. Great. You know, here's the thing. This obviously it's a testament to the type of mother that Gizelle is, because she is raising 3 strong girls that can see what their mom has raised them to see. And she's not even, I don't like how she's dismissing their feelings. I mean, this man, as she said, couldn't hide his sausage. Is that what she said? Season 1 had to hide his sausage.
That's exactly what she said.
And they're supposed to forget about that, not to mention everything that's on the internet that I'm sure they've read.
That's what I was about to say. Grace is the oldest, so she's probably read and digested the most about their prior relationship. So to me, she would probably be the most affected, which is what explains the look on her face. Like, I'm not impressed with any of this.
You're right. I wouldn't be either.
She's not there for daddy. She's like, this man is a con. I don't want him around my mama. We don't want him. They don't want their mother hurt. I mean, it's understandable.
Absolutely.
It's sad.
And even the timeline, like he was like, we saw each other 2 weeks ago. And she's like, no, it was 3 weeks ago. And then it was like a month. And it seemed like he was trying to say, like, I see you more often than he does. Like, he's not showing up. Like, I feel like Grace had got her stuff together, waited for dad, and he didn't show up. I'm getting that vibe.
He definitely let them down. I mean, they don't want any parts of him or together as a family anyway. Just keep it separate.
Right,
they know best. The kids are smart.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right.
It's just so sad, though.
It's really sad. It kind of annoyed me, Monica, because I was like, you're the mother and they're telling you they're not happy with it. And she kept saying, which kid doesn't want their parents to be back together? Well, these 3. Like, you're not listening.
That's the thing. Yeah, totally dysfunctional. And that's it. Gizelle needs to wake up, pay attention, and really be in tune with her girls' emotions. Like, she's just ignoring it, either whether this is for a storyline, which they're still not down with. They don't want to play this game. So don't do it. And don't play with your family and your children for a TV show, for a check. Don't do that, Gizelle.
I mean, the best guy that Gizelle ever dated was season 1. Remember that politician? He was kind of quirky, kind of dorky, but he would have adored her. Now that man, she should have given him a chance, because the Sherman, why are you getting back with Jamal? Girl, stop. And now you're going to be a first lady again after everybody's seeing how your shenanigans? That's not going to work.
Not going to work.
Not going to work. So, Monique, you being the dating expert.
Yes, girl.
Yes. Chime in. Who do you think now, or anyone that we know of, would be a good match for Gizelle? Like, what type of man does she need?
Okay, she needs to stop dealing with ex-athletes. That's the first thing, because ex-athletes, they still gonna have their stuff with them. I always look at it like Babyface versus Teddy Riley. Sometimes us women have to go for that guy who's a little bit quirky, doesn't, have as much like pizzazz, but they're gonna treat you like a queen and give you everything you want and need, and then they still fine, because she needs someone who's fine, but she needs to get a guy who's low key, not really in the public eye, maybe a lobbyist. She's out in DC, not necessarily a politician, but a lobbyist, a lawyer, someone like that, and who's going to adore her and put her on a pedestal where she's the star. With Jamal, he needs to be the star in his life. She needs to be on a pedestal and be a star. She needs to go for the quirky kind of guys.
Oh,
Gizelle,
I like them.
Take notes. Take notes, honey.
I like that. What about Trevor Noah? What about someone younger?
Never go
Like
younger.
someone that's
No. She needs to go old, not too much older, but she needs to go older. There are a lot of women. I am 43 and proud of it. Just turned 43 August 6th. And a lot of women,
you look amazing, girl.
Thanks, girl. But a lot of women try to go younger. No, you need to go a little bit older. Older men are going to adore you. You're always going to be their little young tender. Maybe a guy who's about 6 to 8 years older. I think that would be a perfect sweet spot.
Okay.
Take notes. Take notes, Gizelle.
I like that. I like that. Someone commented saying, do you think she's trying to get to Atlanta? Is Gizelle trying to kind of get back with Jamal, then jump to Atlanta, Real Housewives of Atlanta? Not a bad theory.
She would not survive with those Atlanta girls.
I don't think she would want to do that because she wouldn't be the star there.
No, that's a good point.
That's a good point.
And she couldn't go. And that she does down there, you know, those girls, Candy, Nene, they're not having any of that.
Oh, hell no.
They'll run her out of town.
None of that mess. None of that mess.
By her blonde weave across the railroad tracks.
Oh man, this is so funny.
And I'm sorry, there's a difference between a DC chick versus an Atlanta chick. DJ, Richie, you know that. It's like a different type of vibe, you know, different type of vibe.
Yeah, I mean, it is a distinct sort of like differentiation there, I think. And I feel like that even comes across with the franchises when you watch them.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, we got another super chat. Jean just loves us. Thank you, Jean, for the $5. My first live won't be my last. This is so much fun. Thank you. Ooh, thank you so much. Okay, so we are winding down to this sip and see, this messy sip and see of Ashley's. And right out the gate, we have Michael greeting everyone.
Oh my God. I don't know why that's funny. Their house looks like a dungeon. The color they use on the walls is like a dungeon. I was like, what's
was that the apartment or was that like a clubhouse?
Oh,
that was their apartment, no?
It was. I mean, it was in their. Yeah, it was in their apartment building, I think, but it was not in the clubhouse. Yeah.
Oh, wow, everyone. Richie, you're so smart. Yeah, that's not their apartment.
You know, Richie be on there like
sharp. You don't miss a beat. He is sharp. Yeah. But yeah, so Michael's greeting everyone, and you know, everyone's like, "Hi, Michael," and have a baby. Oh, you know, it's interesting coming off of his scandal last season, how everyone's acting now, like nothing ever happened.
Monica, you are so shady. The way you deliver that, it's amazing. Wow.
Monica's on it today. Monica.
You know, the funny thing is, Monica has a soothing voice. So when she says something like that, you're just like, did she just say that?
Did she? It's like you're driving home and you're like, shady.
Shady.
Like an hour later.
We got another super chat. Mary Cleary, thank you so much for the $2.99. We love you. Thank you. Thank you. So there's a lot to unpack here with this entire sip and see because so much happened. And if you weren't paying attention, you missed it. So first, you know, Ashley invites Charisse, knowing damn well that there's serious tension between Charisse and Monique, which I know Ashley has known Charisse a long time. And yes, she did give Monique a heads up, but I still find it shady.
I do too. I find it odd. Charisse is not being paid to be there, according to the rest of them. She wasn't liked, according to the rest of them. So what is her purpose for being there?
And can I just say this? Nobody rode harder for Ashley and Michael last season than Monique. If Ashley turns on Monique after she protected her family and looked out for her, I'm going to be mad as hell. I'm pissed.
Facts. Facts. Yeah. I mean, Ashley's hands aren't clean in all of this. You know, I don't care if she did give Monique the heads up. I'm still looking at her with the side eye like, you're not slick. So then we have Wendy, and this has just had me on the floor dying laughing. I'll be honest with you. She's getting increasingly perturbed at Karen for Karen acting like she doesn't know her. This is pissing Wendy off. Okay.
Oh God, I love it. You know what, guys? Like since the quarantine, this is the happiest I've ever been. I mean, she's getting her food, right? And then she's like, oh, and then she's like, oh, nice to see you. And like in the middle of Wendy's conversation and just stop talking to her. I was like, that is some boss move. That's a boss move. I'm sorry. That's lead dom fragrance for you. My God.
Karen brings it every time. Kern brings it every time.
Kern, Uger. And she just, it seemed so unaffected. It was just like, yeah, I had nothing else to say to her. It's like unaffected.
She stopped. She's like, wait a minute. Why are you talking to me in her head? You know? Okay, bye.
She's like, I said what I needed to say. I said hello to you, and it was enough. Like, I didn't need to continue the conversation.
Karen is not impressed, honey. Karen is not impressed.
Not impressed. She's pulling a Mariah Carey. I don't know her. It's great.
That's exactly what she pulled, Miss T. Mariah Carey moment. Like, who are you again? I just love it. And I'm loving every bit of it. I'm just so shady. So Ashley tells Candiace, look, girl, before you got here, we were all talking about you behind your back. And that just sets everything off.
Why would you say that?
With your child hanging from your breast.
Yeah.
She was just like this.
Throw shade with a who does that?
It's crazy. It's crazy.
She's like, the hormones are back in balance. I'm back.
She's like, my asshole's fixed. I'm ready to create some drama. I mean, girl, sit down. And then I love people that throw bombs like that and then go, what? Why is everyone freaking out?
What did I do?
What did I do? It wasn't me.
The bait. She always takes the bait.
Yeah.
She does. She does.
Candiace can't help herself.
That's immaturity, though. That's truly her immaturity. And I understand. Like, I'm 34. I'm not saying that I'm so mature in all situations, but I think that when there is a camera on you and you've seen all the nasty things people have said about you and you've watched yourself now for 2 seasons, like it's time for you to finally like get it, like
grow
adjust.
Up.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you can tell, like when Candiace hears they've been talking about her, it's like inside of her just shrivels up. There's a lump in her throat. She starts to sweat. It's like, oh my God.
She gets that twitch.
Oh no. Yeah, she always starts, she's like, oh, you did? And she starts adjusting her collar and you know it's gonna go off. I'm like,
the body language is so uncomfortable.
Oh my God.
So
and here we go. It starts. Chime in.
We're all speechless for the first time ever.
Oh my God.
I know.
Can I just say, here was yet another opportunity for her to utter those 2 words. I'm sorry. I'm in your home. You're holding your baby. The nipple's in your mouth. I'm sorry. That's it. It would have been so easy at that moment.
Mm-hmm. You guys are right. Like, Candiace got to learn how to play the game. Even if you're childish as F, she could have just said, you guys are right. You know, I thought about it and I'm learning the errors of my ways. I'm not perfect, but I'm trying. Right. Even though you didn't have to mean it, but you could have just said it, you know, and moved on from it.
Exactly.
Guys, we got another super chat.
Good. Yes!
I just gotta.
Hey.
Now, I don't want to mess your name up. Al-Farshia. I like your name, by the way. Al-Farshia Crawford. Thank you so much for the $5. Hello, everyone. Much love from Memphis, Tennessee. Monica is serving it today. Yes. Thank you, girl.
Monica, for real.
I don't know why I'm grumpy. I only slept 3 hours and I need some wine. I don't know why I'm so.
You girl, grumpy looks good.
It does. It does. You're bringing all the shade levels, and I'm here for it. I love it. I think with Candiace, you know what it is? You know why she's not taking responsibility for what she's done? She honestly, genuinely believes she's done nothing wrong. And I think that's where her delusion starts. And with the homophobic tweets and transphobic tweets, I was looking through them last night. They are pretty vile. Like, I thought she was making some... Oh, yeah, they're really bad. I actually... I specifically screenshotted them because I'm that shady. And I was quite shook. First of them said, Queenie gay men irk me. That was 2011, so she was 24. And then she says, Phaedra's husband is so awkward. I think he might be a little gay too. Don't come for Phaedra, Miss Candiace.
Oh, don't.
And then the last one, if you want to be or are gay, then do you. But what the WTF is up with dudes wanting to be women? So she's now being transphobic. And it's just like, what made her do that in 2010, 2011? And again, her acknowledgement of even the tweets is so childish. I'm sorry because I was young. Yeah, that's what she said. So it's just, there's no ownership with Miss Candiace. And I think that's the issue. And everyone, her husband included, enables her. And even Ashley going down there and talking to her, I was annoyed. I was like, girl, you're enabling her childish behavior again. I'm not here for it.
I was not for that. I was not for that. Yeah. Wow.
I'm not here for it. I'm not here for her.
And to me, her apology was hollow, empty, because over the weekend she posted photos of herself partying and having a good time and smiling. No, bitch, I don't want you smiling.
Did she have a mask on? I mean, we are in the.
You need to hide out under a cave and be pulling your hair out for the next 2 months to show me that you've atoned for your behavior, not smiling and laughing.
Not a cave, Monica. Not a cave.
Under the cave. Not even in it. And pulling all your hair out.
Under the cave. Oh, damn. This is, wow.
You know,
we need Jesus. She needs Jesus.
Laughing and living it up and having dinner. And her husband were making new connections, they said in the caption. Really?
Oh, wow.
Really? So
during a pandemic?
Sorry.
That's what I'm like. Why are you out?
During a pandemic, making new connections? I don't know. And then I feel like it's annoying because Ashley keeps going, well, let's have the conversation. Now it's the two of us. You wanted to do it. And she's like, no, I don't want to do it at a later date. What later date?
Issue. At every moment, there's an opportunity in public, in private. You still don't want to do it.
No.
She doesn't want to do it. She's like, my great-grandmother's ghost is here. We can't do it now. I'm like, girl, what is going on?
And I read somebody's comment that said, well, why did she have to apologize then? Actually, Ashley agreed that they both needed to apologize. So they could have just had the conversation then, but it was Candiace who said, no, I don't want to do it now either. Okay, when is it going to get done?
Never. She's too prideful.
Here's the thing. We could turn the page on this beef if she would just apologize.
But she doesn't want to because she wants to have a storyline, Richie. She wants to continue and drag it out like a piece of taffy. We're over it. Stop stretching it out. It's done. Like, we need to move on. And she does. And I love that she's like, I don't want to ruin your baby shower. You're at fault. And Ashley's like, yeah, I am. I'm at fault. But you also called me a roach while I was giving birth. Like,
who does that? Who?
And a bed wench. I mean, but the thing is, Candiace is married. Candiace is African American. She's married to a white man. And you're calling another African American woman who's married to a white man a bed wench. So what does that make you?
That's a good point. Like,
what does that make you, Candiace?
What's
like,
a bed wench?
What a bed wench was, okay?
I didn't know what that was. What is that?
I'll let y'all do that. Tell about that.
Well, it's an old term used back in slavery days when the white slave owner would bed his black slaves. So she's basically saying Michael Darby is the slave plantation owner and Ashley's his slave. Now, I don't know what kind of slavery, erotic stuff that goes on in Candiace's bedroom, but to me, that's where it came from. Because who thinks like that?
Who does?
I don't know.
I think
dresses up as a slave owner and ties her up around Candiace's neck. I don't know what the hell goes on in that bedroom.
Oh, child, the plantation role play's got to stop in 2020. That's got to stop.
But no, but it exists. It's a real thing. But I don't because why would she say that when you and Ashley are practically in the same thing?
Wow. And she called her a roach, which is also racial.
Yeah.
Well, she also called her a roach, which is racial. Because remember with the Nene Leakes and Kim thing, that's also very racial.
Yeah.
They gotta stop.
Candiace just gets so ugly and so dirty. And in her mind, she thinks, I'm reading you, girl. I'm reading you, But it crosses a line and it's not funny anymore.
I agree.
Not funny.
There has to be some lines, you know? Like a lot of these housewives, I know I've talked to Leanne Locken from Dallas, and she said we always had a line. Like everyone had a line, right? Everybody, we always we're like, let's not talk about her husband. I mean, even though they did, but like they still tried at least. I feel like the Potomac ladies need to have a lunch before shooting and go, we're not talking about children. We're not going to do racial stuff. Like something, there has to be some kind of resolve because this is getting just ugly.
Mm-hmm.
They know when they're crossing the line. They know kids are off limits. They know this. It's like an understood thing. But I guess because Monique has never really been in the hot seat per se, this was her turn. This was her season to be the target.
She's been in the hot seat before because remember the season before when Ashley told everybody that she was drinking too much and crashed her car. Then before that, Gizelle's been hating on her since she sat down. It's like, well, do you have a home? And she's like, I have 4. These girls have been coming for Monique season after season after season.
You're right. You're right. They absolutely. But this is like the worst. I mean, this is like gutter level, shade. I mean, it's not even shade. I don't even know how to describe it. Richie Sky, chime in because I know you have the right words.
Again, I just always say this. I mean, when you become a public figure, and especially in reality television, it's just there's places that you can't go anymore because not only does it discredit the franchise, the other cast members, but also the network and any potential bags that you may be hoping to secure. So if I'm a sponsor, I'm less likely to look at you and offer you sponsorship or anything like that or opportunities because I know what kind of stuff that you will say out the side of your mouth about your cast members, about fans of the show. So to me, that's very dangerous. And that's the point where I feel like a lot of us lose it with Candiace is that it's not her character on the show. It's the things that she says and the lines that she crosses.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Well said. And at the end of the day, yes, she is a character, but she's also playing herself, we hope. And that's kind of her being authentic. And I think that she thinks that she, like you said, she's doing a good read. I'm being shady. This is beyond shade. This is below the belt. This is categoric bullying. I mean, she's just fully going in on people. And I don't know. And after seeing her tweets and the way that she's operating, and now she's refusing to film. If Monique comes back, she's going to walk away from this. Girl, walk all the way down into the river because we're done.
Does she not get it? It's like, please do. Please leave. We dare you.
Please leave.
I don't even know how she had the audacity to say that.
I know. It's like, girl, just no self-awareness. She has no clue.
Zero.
She's in a bubble or something. Okay, so Candiace says, look, I am not explaining, and she's upset and she's all choked up. And Wendy inserts herself and says, Candiace feels or she doesn't consider everyone her friend, i.e. Monique, right?
Awkward.
I know. It's like, girl, here's your 15 minutes again, your camera time.
It's not even 15, it's like 5 minutes. Girl, get it. Get your 5.
I don't want to be hard on Wendy. I'm still getting to know her. But I do. Have y'all noticed her hairline meets her eyebrow? Have y'all noticed that? I can't take it. I can't do it. That's all I could stare at.
I think, not everyone wants to do a short hair, don't care, but we're going to have to do something about these lace fronts, honey, and adjusting them.
Teresa Giudice has the same forehead. The hair touches the eyebrow. Have you ever seen that?
Oh, no, you're right. You're absolutely right. Teresa has no forehead. I think Karen needs to help her girl, Wendy, even though she doesn't want to acknowledge her. But Karen's had her issues with the wigs going sideways and up and around. So she should help her out because, this season, Karen's wig ain't going nowhere. It's glued, honey.
Speaking of wigs, Charisse, if you're going to come back, at least switch up your wig. She had the same wig she had in season 1 and season 2.
Dreadful.
It's like a librarian wig. Yeah,
just dreadful.
Okay.
Girl, it's like, come on. You're going to be on TV. Like, this is just a bit much for me.
It's not like they just show up with the cameras. It's there. What you're going to. I love when they're just like, yeah, I just put this together. I'm like, you knew the cameras were there. What? Bizarre.
So that whole thing after Wendy makes that statement, it leads to an exchange between Candiace and Monique about loyalty. Candiace mentions Gizelle and Mo making up, and this prompts Gizelle and Mo to high five each other. Like, yeah, girl, because they were just talking about Candiace always using the excuse. Last season, it was Ashley making up with Monique. So they high five, and oh my God, it was like you killed Candiace's firstborn. She shriveled up on the insides. Her organs shut down, and she bolted.
Monica, I can't with you. She ran out of there like a bat out of hell, and Karen was her support system. If she wants to leave, let her leave. If she wants to leave, let her leave. I'm like, Karen, because you're usually the one leaving. That's why you're so supportive. If she wants to leave, let her leave. I'm like, okay, enough.
Karen is the house mother. If she wants to leave, let her leave.
Let her go. Let her go. Please don't. And then who are all the random people in the hallway with the strollers? Who are those ladies? I need to know who those ladies were.
Production.
Oh my God.
That's why that one girl had her back turned.
Oh, smart. That was production. All right. Because there was a stroller and I was like, is that a nanny? I was so confused. I was like, what's going on?
I was so confused by the stroller.
Yeah. Someone should have put Candiace in the stroller and pushed her out because she's a child. That's what someone should have done.
I can't with you guys. Okay, so Candiace storms out and Gizelle goes in, right? Calling Candiace a 33-year-old that acts like a 14-year-old. Her friend.
If the shoe fits.
Her friend, exactly.
Shoe fits.
Then, so Candiace is gone. There's no one, she needs a new target. She decides to stir the pot between Charisse and Monique.
Oh, she's so shady.
That was her segue. Sound off, y'all.
Oh,
I know, right? Shaking your head.
I just can't. It's Gizelle. She just keeps finding Jesus and then goes back to the dark side. It's crazy. I can't. I have nothing to say, but Richie, go ahead.
No, knowing what we know now, I just feel like that whole scene was kind of disgusting to me. Because it was like she was just trying to prompt Charisse to say whatever needed to be said, like whatever they had previously allegedly agreed to. It seemed like she was trying to force the issue. And for some reason, Charisse wasn't exactly biting, but I guess they needed Monique to stay in order to do that.
Charisse, okay, you know what? First of all, Robin disappoints me every season because you want her to be the voice of reason, but she always seems to fall into the gutter with Gizelle. That's number one. Number two, Charisse, go to your champagne room in your home and stay out of it. You're no longer on the show. Why are you still wanting to stir the pot over some foolishness? And over Chris and Monique, I'm sorry, that's a couple that loves each other. Do not come for the family like that.
No, I agree. Absolutely, Monique. Because I think that it's like they love each other. And also saying that the baby's not his, the baby looks like it was a carbon copy 3D printer of Chris. So I don't know what, like, I was like, I'm not a paternist or whatever they call it, paternal, whatever. I'm not Maury. But at the end of the day, I can see that child and I know it's Chris's. So like, don't get that twisted. And I think that these people keep trying to put a wedge between them and they have a strong relationship and they've been through worse. And for me, it's Gizelle. I'm like, girl, I thought you were doing better. And then you're just being so dirty again. And then like Monique said, with Robin, I feel like she's kind of a follower and she gets caught up and she doesn't mean to get caught up because she tweeted and said, I didn't say those things, Candiace, don't put me in there. And it's like, but you were next to Gizelle. So it's like people kind of get confused as to who said what.
Exactly.
Like how I look at it is that we're going back now to after Andy Cohen's baby shower. They had this sit down dinner. It was Gizelle, Robin, RHOP producers, DJ Richie Scott. Who else was there? So Robin, Gizelle, RHOP producers, and Candiace. Right?
Yeah, that's it as far as I know.
Okay. Now, this is how I sum up the whole situation with Robin, because she's like, it's not me. I wasn't there. I had no part of it. I don't even remember the conversation. That's what she said recently. My thing's this. Now I always take it back to some legal aspect of it, right? This is how if the feds have you as a target and they can't catch you, you know what they do? They put you at a dinner table or in a car with criminals, drug dealers, gun smugglers, and they have a conversation. You don't have to say nothing. You sat there, you listened, and you got out the car and you went about your business. You know what that makes you? A co-conspirator. And that's the charge they charge you with, conspiracy. You didn't do a damn thing. You didn't sell not one gun, you didn't slang no crack, cocaine, nothing. But you going to jail for conspiracy, and you're going to get 15 years. And when I tell you that's an actual thing, that's the charge, conspiracy. Robin is a co-conspirator. You were down. You didn't stand up and say, we're not going to do this, guys. We're not going to talk about Monique's family. I don't want any parts of it, and leave. No, you sat there, you giggled, you ate your sea bass or what the hell ever you ate, and you didn't say not a damn
not
thing.
The sea bass.
The sea bass. You know she's always sea bass. So that's how
Monica, these reads deserve an Emmy. So that read about the FBI and the housewives deserves an Emmy. So if anyone's listening on the Emmy board, you better vote Monica in, because I don't know what that was, but that gave me all the life I needed. And I don't really have anything else to say other than not the sea bass.
I mean, he's right. I was on the edge of my seat.
But it's the truth. You can't just sit there and be like, I had nothing to do with this. No, you are a part of it. You laughed, you giggled, you enjoyed it. So you're a part of it. You're going down too. You going down with the sinking ship.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You know what shocked me the most, Monica, was the fact that Candiace was invited to Andy Cohen's baby shower. I forgot. Can't believe she made the guest list.
I was shocked
that
too.
she made the guest list.
I was shocked too.
But you know what the problem is? Chris adores Monique. And Robin, you know, with Juan, they've come a long way, but he hasn't always been how he is now. Gizelle, we already know her situation. We already know Ashley's situation. So they cannot handle seeing this loving couple. Instead, they should sit down with Monique and be like, tell us how you keep your man so happy and take notes. That's all I'm saying. And I'm not saying Chris is perfect. I don't know, you know, but what I am saying is there's no doubt in my mind that man loves her. These women can learn from her. I'm just saying.
He really loves her. Did you all see the IG live where he was sitting there stoic as a stone? He was like, you better come for her. Like, he was just supporting his wife, and I loved it.
Chris said, y'all gonna leave Monique alone. I'm gonna kick some ass. I know that's right, Chris. Stand up for your woman.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yes, absolutely.
That deep line. Monique,
come in here, girl. But you know, the thing with Chris, when he speaks, you listen, and because he doesn't get involved in this stuff. And he, you know, you never see him get involved. He never speaks out. He never says anything. So when he does, everyone takes notice. They listen and they respect him. He's serious. Leave his family alone, y'all.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. He's respectable. I mean, he has such a strong career and people respect him. People look up to him. I know a lot of people were really happy to have him on the show. I mean, he's like a big deal. I mean, I don't watch sports, but he's a very big deal.
Well respected.
Yes.
So Monique's like, I'm out of here. I'm not going to give Charisse the camera time or, you know, the pleasure of my, you know, conversation, which I don't blame her. It's all a bunch of BS, right? She knows what Gizelle's trying to do. And I know Monique's thinking, damn it, I knew I couldn't trust Gizelle. Here she go again, cutting me down every time, right?
Absolutely.
Like
her exit was amazing. I loved the exit. I have a podcast, gotta go. I was like, I'm gonna use that every time I need to leave a room. My podcast is recording, I gotta go. See ya.
I'm out of here. So you have Candiace outside and Ashley runs to her side to comfort her. And here we go. Ashley being shady again. Once again. Do you think Monique's really your friend?
Oh, see, that part right there, I was like,
not good.
I don't know, Monique. You might not want to. I don't know if you might ride with Ashley like this.
I'm gonna be so mad if Ashley. Ashley kept her husband out of jail. I mean, Monique kept Ashley's husband out of jail. Ashley better not turn him. I'm telling y'all now. I'm gonna be pissed. I'm gonna be sitting here at our next show like this.
I agree with you because she rode hard for her. She did all that stuff for her. And, you know, Monique is a good friend. When Monique's on your side, she's a great friend. And when she's your enemy, she's not going to do what Candiace does. She doesn't go below the belt. She doesn't send nasty tweets. She just stays out of your way. And I respect that so much. And even Charisse coming for Monique and saying, oh, look at her. She lost her bird and now she's on IG Live. Well, she found the bird. So like, what's like, if she finds the bird, then why wouldn't she? If I found my bird, I'm going on IG Live and I'm going to comment on what needs to be commented on. The bird was found. And you know, the fact of the matter is if that was a dog, Charisse would have been dragged for making that comment. But because it was a bird, people are like, eh. But like that's her family. That's how she sees her family as her pet. So that's not right. I didn't like that. I thought that was very just disgusting from Charisse.
It was. Birds' lives matter. And I'm not trying to be funny, but I felt really.
Yeah, Monica, you deserve a Golden Globe. You took it to the next level now. It's next level. It's gone above an Emmy.
Didn't your heart just break for her? I was like, oh my God, T'Challa. I started praying, please come home. Because that's Monique's support system, you know?
Yes.
I was stressed for her. I was stressed.
She's always taking care of other people, and that bird takes care of her, you know, in some ways.
There you have it.
Exactly. You hit the nail on the head, Amir. Because Monique's a boss. All right. So let's break down that final scene with Ashley and Candiace outside. What are your thoughts?
Here was yet another opportunity to apologize. On out the window.
Good point.
It's just like, I can't. His reaction is so good.
Oh my God. I'm living for you, Richie.
I love Richie. I mean, you know what it reminds me of? You know that game where you go in there and you try to grab the money and you just have your hands in that machine, the money's flying around? I feel like those are the apologies flying around and Ashley's trying to catch them and Candiace is not giving it to her. I'm like, just give her the freaking apology. Just say I'm sorry. That's it.
You can't do it. It's not in her. It's not in her DNA. It's Candiace rather bite off her nose to spare her face. It's just not in her. Can't do it.
That is true. That is true. And she goes to sleep thinking I did good. I was right. I was so mature. And all of her ugly, you know, that's the best part. And all of her little like headbands. I'm like, girl, like we're done. We are done. Everyone's done.
Richie,
I'm not going to apologize because I was not wrong.
There's two sides to every story. I'm not wrong.
You know what though? What's funny is that I feel like the older you get, you realize that it's more important to have peace than to be right. And I don't feel that Candiace has learned that lesson yet.
I don't think she's going to learn the lesson because I'm not trying to talk about anyone's family, but you know, you have to look at what she's, you know, what she models after. Absolutely. I don't think her mom even apologized for hitting her with the purse yet.
Good point.
She explained it. She said the face hit the bag as I was walking out. That reenactment at the reunion, I think that solidified Potomac as a real contender in the Housewives franchise. Because that reunion was so messy. And, you know, it's true, though, like what Richie said is so, it really kind of resonated with me. And it's like, you need to say it again for the cheap seats. Because it's true, like when you're young, you want to be right at all costs. And then when you get older, like I'm 34, you get in your 30s, you're like, I don't want kind of this issue. I don't want this aggravation in my life.
You grow up. Yeah.
You do. And she's not there yet. But girl, you're 34. You're going to have a child. You're like, I'm all for people having children, but I don't think she's mature enough to raise another human being yet. That's just my opinion.
Yeah.
I agree.
She's not. I mean, that's a scary thought. I can't fathom. Oh my goodness. And you guys know why the mom hit Candiace in the head with a pocketbook, right?
Right, for the sake, we all want to hit her in the head with a pocketbook right now.
I know.
Why
a million pocketbooks just hitting her on top of the head. Candiace had went on Twitter and called someone's child a Chucky doll.
What?
Girl.
Yeah. That's some inside tea, y'all. Candiace was on Twitter. Yeah.
Girl.
See, and that's the stuff right there that makes so many of us have an issue with her.
Absolutely. You're right, Richie. And listen, are some kids not the cutest in the world? Absolutely. But do you go on Twitter and come for them? No, because a lot of times the most attractive people are actually very ugly babies.
That
So
is very true.
It's true, right? So like give her, like, don't go around calling people's babes like the Chucky doll. You don't call these people's children. Let's just
No, Candiace is out of control. I don't know if she's going to change, or she's going to have to really. No, she's not going to. Well, who am I fooling? Nothing's going to change for a while. I mean, it's just not going to happen.
She has to want to change, right? She's got to want to change. And I don't think she wants to change. That's the problem. When someone's not self-aware, like I said, she goes to sleep being like, I did good. I'm a good friend. I'm a good daughter. I'm a good wife. It's like she doesn't like realize that she's at fault for a lot of these issues.
She needs like Charm School. Remember that show Charm School back in the day that Monique hosted? We need to get her on Charm School.
We need it. We need Charm School.
She needs that show and put Candiace on there.
Absolutely.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my God.
I can't, y'all. I can't. Y'all just, goodness gracious, on fire today.
We cannot with you. You have been shadier than I don't even know, a redwood forest. I mean, the shade.
The shade. It's what happens when I run out of wine. I gotta go to the liquor store.
If you stop drinking wine, you'll have a peach on Atlanta in no time. If you just stop drinking wine for a year, you'll be on that show.
Oh my goodness.
It's amazing.
Goodness, so much going on. So tonight at 9:00 Eastern, we are going live again, right? This whole entire crew, DJ Richie Sky, Amir, Monique, and myself, because we are holding an emergency RHOP virtual town hall. And I think this was needed because there's a lot of things going on with this whole plot to take down Monique Samuels' family. And everyone has an opinion. There's so many rumors. Monique's made her statements. Candiace made some statements. We're going to bring it all together in one place and sit down and get to the bottom of everything tonight at 9 p.m. And when I tell y'all, you don't want to miss it, because I've invited some special guests. I'm not going to say who, that are going to show up in the chat. So you need to tune in. Ooh.
It's going to be good.
Exactly.
We need that editor to go black and white. And it's going to be good. And listen, I need to know, the biggest question I want to come out of this town hall is, when is Bravo going to step in? Because this is getting really bad and messy and below the belt. And I think that, not to throw Bravo under the bus, but I think if it was Beverly Hills or Orange County, they would have stepped in already. And that's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, I agree. It's out of control at this point. And this is not the direction you want to take this show in. It's not.
Look at Leanne Laughlin from Dallas. She got fired, and I love her. You know,
Same.
So someone, like, I'm not exactly sure what's going on with that.
For a lot less,
Exactly.
She got fired too.
Yeah.
She even owned it and apologized and acknowledged it and still got fired. So it's like, yeah. So I think it's even with acknowledgement, and Candiace is not acknowledging anything, and she's still, according to her, coming back for another season because she's threatening not to film. So she obviously has gotten the contract to make that, right? To make that.
Exactly. So. Yeah. I have it up on the screen. 9:00 p.m. Central Time, virtual town hall. It's an emergency virtual town hall. Like, we need to get to the bottom of this. So don't miss it. We're going to wrap this up. What are your final thoughts?
Was that Richie, the deep sigh?
I don't know. I have so many unanswered questions. And so I feel like I'm just kind of waiting for next week to see where the story progression goes.
Yeah.
Because that leaked audio, to me, I need to know why that was there.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need clarification on that. We do. I got a call today right before this live, and someone told me that Monique and Candiace sat down for a 2-hour lunch before the hot mic moment. So I guess earlier that week. And they laid everything out. Candiace knows exactly the extent of Monique. Well, she knows Monique and Charisse's beef. So then the hot mic moment happened. I don't know. We need more clarification. I need more clarification on it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. This season's kind of making me sad because I feel like everyone's going below the belt. And I feel like who I kind of loved going below the belt and what gave me life was Karen Huger, and she's staying out of it completely. And that kind of makes me sad because I do like I like the way she's shady because she kind of like, it's fun. It's not so, it doesn't get this dark. Karen's shade is a little less dark, I thought.
I agree.
Yeah.
And I think maybe Karen is stepping back because it seems like she has a lot going on with Ray. And I'm going to need them to pull it together because I just need them to pull it together. But I agree with you. It's just, I love the shade of the show. That's what makes the show. I love, being that I went to high school in Alexandria, Virginia. I love that DC shade. It reminds me of being around my mom and me and my girlfriends. But they are taking it to gutter. They're getting too gutter, and I don't like it.
Yeah. Someone said if RHOP producers were at the dinner, kind of gives credence to the fact that a producer fed Phaedra that lie.
Ooh, that's a good point.
Can we just bring Phaedra on the show so she can sleep with Jamal on the side? Can we do that?
Bring Phaedra back.
Since they've already done it, I mean, it would be good. She'll be a good addition to the show.
No.
That would be juicy.
I'm closing the laptop. Bye. I mean, listen, I saw the best meme that really broke down this show. It was like really good fashion, Beverly Hills, not a great storyline, best storyline, not the best fashion, ROHP. Because it's like it's not about the fashion. It's not about what's going on. It's the story is so lit. We don't even care where they're eating lunch. We don't care if the restaurant's open. We don't care about what shoes they're wearing. The story is so good. They could be wearing sweats for all I care. And that's what is good about this show.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I agree.
Sharon Young says, do you think they're going to show the fight?
Oh, I hope so.
Sharon, they're going to show the fight. They're going to show the fight, but it's going to be edited down to, I wouldn't even say full 5 minutes of what actually happened. I heard Candiace got the dog mess beat out of her. She got dragged, punched in the back of the head 3 times, and she didn't land one punch. Well, all of Monique's punches connected. That's all I heard.
Oh. I mean, we know Monique knows how to work an umbrella, honey. So I'm sure she can work her fist too. Listen, you don't come near... Listen, I had parrots when I was growing up. Don't come near a person with a bird. I had birds and we will knock you out. That's a 1, 2, 3. You got a bird, we will knock you out. I have a nice left hook. I might be in a bustier, but I got a nice, is that left or right? That's a right hook. Whatever. You get the point. Don't mess with a woman with a bird.
Okay, I gotta run. I gotta go to the liquor store before they close.
Monica's giving me all the life I need.
So I could be
all right, Monica, you are too much.
I love you all. I thank everyone for tuning in. Love y'all. See you soon. See y'all later. We'll be back tonight.
See you later.
I'm lit tonight. I'll be lit. Hey.
Yes. Bye. Bye, everyone. Bye.
Bye.